Hello, friends.
Good evening, acquaintances.
We're back again with Ben and James' STOICAST on Games by James TV YouTube.
And tonight we will be talking about many
We've got many a topic tonight. We've had a bit of a break from the STOICAST, but we felt like, can you hear the birds are chirping?
It is I will reserve judgment on that, but
I'm going to reserve judgment on the
it is a preferred indifference.
It's a perfect eve to have a STOICAST. We can really get down and dirty and talk about some fantastic topics.
We can, indeed.
Yeah. One thing that I wanted to talk about in this STOICAST was, I feel, looking at some of the comments, people don't understand what the STOICAST is.
Okay.
So, to start that off, what we're going to explain is Stoicism.
Okay, let's explain that
Briefly,
together.
we'll give it to him.
Yeah.
Stoicism is the school of thought given 2,000 years ago by Zeno of
Yes.
Citium.
Citium.
Is that what it was?
Zeno of Citium was the original Stoic philosopher, correct?
The idea of Stoicism is that your thoughts ultimately govern your feelings, and that anyone can be happy with the right mind frame. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. It's a very giving philosophy. It believes in everyone's happiness.
Yes. The greater good.
The greater good. Yes. Not saying we shy away from the hardships, but you go at them with the same zeal as you would something you enjoy.
Yes, you embrace the hardships and you make them a part of you. If the hardship can benefit the community, then you go with the hardship,
yes.
And you do not think about your own personal needs.
No, you think about basically, imagine you in the future thinking back on a decision. You don't live for the now, you live for the overall good of yourself and of others. Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
We're back again. Now that we've described that this is the actual start of the STOICAST.
So, tonight's topics. We always have topics.
We need to introduce ourselves. I am Jamethes.
And I am Bendleforth.
We are your hosts tonight, and we'll be covering many topics, some of them which
are very interesting, and some of them are also interesting.
And both interesting, really. I mean, they're all interesting.
Everything's interesting because, it's Stoic and everything can be something if you want it to be. It doesn't have to be something that you need to anchor your life to.
Exactly. And whether or not we talk about those topics, we're indifferent to that. We're going to enjoy whatever topics we land on.
We will do.
So, I feel like we should start it off more, but we don't need to. We'll go with the flow.
We will go with the flow. Let's pick a subject to talk about.
Okay.
And we will talk about it.
Would you like to go first?
Okay. Let us talk about... We won't talk about politics.
No politics.
I believe that is for the greater good, but it's a very complicated situation. So let's talk about something a little bit more mild, a little bit more...
Let's talk about things that people might not normally think about, something they might not appreciate, like the birds of the trees.
I was just about to say nature, so let's talk about nature.
Nature is fantastic. What? If you've got a question or a topic you want to jump off of, or if you want me to start?
Well, let's talk about trees.
Trees. The fractals of life, as I call them.
They are very fractal, and they also give us life, because without trees and without plants, what would we be? We would be a desolate husk, and we would have no human life on Earth.
Well, trees... I don't know. Anything we say tonight, unless we can back it up with cited sources, cannot be taken verbatim.
No, it cannot.
But, to the best of my knowledge, trees were one of the first organisms.
Yes, after what's known as purple slime, trees were one of the... Well,
is that what's in my boxers after a good night?
It may well be, yes. Wine can also turn purple if I haven't washed in quite a while.
And you get the cheese build-up around the bell.
Yes, and it's quite enjoyable.
Fairly enjoyable,
You can eat it with a cracker. And
and how.
And how indeed. It's delicious. So,
trees.
I
heard from a reliable source, Wikipedia, Mr. Pedia himself.
Yes, the Mr. Pedio.
I love Mr. Pediophile.
Yes, I know.
That at some point across the earth were mushrooms.
Yes, mushrooms have been around for as long as anything else, apart from purple slime.
Wow.
Yes.
So where has this purple slime gotten to?
So purple slime is probably on very many planets, but according to Dr. Brian Cox, something happened with the purple slime where two different types of purple slime, one that could absorb stuff and one that just multiplied, came together and somehow integrated with one another, and then started evolving into what we now know as life.
Wow.
Wow.
So it was a primordial sludge
Yes.
of amoebas.
That came from space. Oh, I just tapped the microphone accidentally then.
That is
it
quite
looking
alright.
okay?
That's fine, yeah,
I
no.
haven't messed it up at all?
No, it is a very strong microphone. It can handle...
It's a stoic microphone.
And I'm indifferent towards its use.
Yes.
So, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. And I also like the idea, well, the fact that life seems to stem from water and light. Is that correct? Water and heat.
Well, it's sunlight, isn't it? Because photosynthesis relies on sunlight.
But not necessarily.
There are deep underwater vents where sunlight does not reach, where there have been flora discovered. Yes, and fauna as well.
Fauna too?
Yes.
The moon that orbits Neptune. Titan, is it? No, is it Titan?
It could
It
be.
might be
I'm
Titan.
not sure.
You'll have to double check that. We don't want to give you misinformation. It orbits Neptune in an oblong fashion, and in doing so, as it gets closer towards Neptune, imagine an egg surrounding Neptune.
Yes.
As it gets towards the sort of soft-boiled side of the egg, it obviously
Which side is the soft-boiled side?
Left.
Are all sides not soft-boiled? No,
indifferent
just
towards the egg.
the soft-boiledness of the egg.
As it gets closer to Neptune, the
Yes.
gravity of Neptune pulls the planet's surface towards it.
Ooh.
So imagine it's being pulled towards it.
Towards the soft-boiled.
It's in a tidal lock, so it's facing always the same way.
Ooh.
Imagine it in a circle.
Ooh.
It would
It would also what?
It would always be
It would
pulled.
also what?
It would always be pulled in the same amount, so it would be no difference. But because of the oblong orbit,
Ah, yes, the
As
oblong orbit.
as it gets further away, it then contracts again.
Ooh.
And what happens when you need a doe?
Oh, well, you know a deer, a female deer, as the song goes. There are not deers on Neptune, as far as we know, but there may well be. We have not been there. We cannot tell for sure if there are a doe, a deer, a female deer upon Neptune or upon Titan.
Or-
Yes, so we need to carry on talking about this moon. So when it pulls the tide, what else happens?
It's a ball of ice.
Neptune or the moon?
The moon.
The moon is a ball of ice.
As it gets closer, it pulls out that part that's closest to it towards Neptunian.
Does the sun not melt the ice?
No, it's too far away, Benjamin.
Oh, okay.
Bendleforth. Sorry.
Bendleforth.
And
Jamethes.
as it gets further in its oblong orbit, it then restricts back to its original shape. And like a kneading of a dough, it heats the core of the planet through this kinetic energy that pulls it and towards it.
Brilliant.
So what
Brilliant.
scientists believe, I don't want to call myself a scientist or anything.
no.
I wouldn't say that, but it's for these guys to
are.
judge. But obviously we are. We know as much as they do.
We do, yeah, we know more.
I mean, we know more probably. I mean, we're more insightful. So
We have tried hallucinogenics, we know.
I mean, I wouldn't want to say that we definitely know more than the scientists, but it's almost a certainty.
Do, though.
So as it constricts and retracts and conflicts and contracts and protractors, you know what you use in school?
Yes. The protractors on the moon, what do they do?
The core heats up,
Yes.
and around the core it melts miles of water. So what have we got there, Benjamin?
We've got an ocean.
Fourth.
We've got an ocean upon
We have
the moon.
we have an ocean
Inside
with
the moon.
warmth and water, which contains oxygen, H2O.
Yes.
Learnt that in school.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson taught me.
I learnt it on the internet when I googled moons of Neptune.
So we've both done some research.
We have. And we know this for a fact. We've done it.
And within that, we believe there might be life.
There could well be beautiful, beautiful life.
But contrary to that,
Ooh.
scientists say this, but can they prove it? They can't go down there. So
No.
I feel like there might be lying judgment.
Ooh. I will reserve judgment upon this trees. Because it was trees that we were talking about.
Trees, underwater trees,
Yes.
growing off the core of Neptune's moon.
Correct.
That's
That is
what we
what's
would.
happening.
So I hope you've all enjoyed that topic.
Yes.
With
No,
both reserving judgment.
Yes.
Phil.
Would you like to now pick a topic?
May I?
You may.
Cotton balls.
Cotton balls. Well, there's two types of cotton balls. So there are the naturally occurring type.
What? Sorry, what is a naturally occurring cotton ball?
So when cotton grows from the plant.
Sorry, what? A cotton plant?
There is a plant which produces cotton.
Seriously?
Yes, that's where cotton comes. Wool comes
I thought
from...
it came from sheep.
No, that is wool. Cotton itself comes from a plant called a cotton plant.
Wow.
And that actually grows in ball-shaped formations. However, when
Fantastic.
yes, it is. And when we harvest this cotton plant, we then turn it into actual cotton, which is kind of similar to wool, but cotton is a lot softer, it's a lot thinner.
Oh,
it's
I like a cotton.
Yes. Wool is more coarse.
So out there are cotton farms.
There are cotton farms, and unfortunately, the past of the Americans is a lot about slavery and about how they got them to farm cotton, which is a dark part of their past.
That's why they called them cotton picking cunts.
That is where that phrase came from. Unfortunately, for the people that had to do it,
unfortunately.
It's very unfortunate. But now, thankfully, slavery has been mostly abolished in that country, and it should carry on being abolished.
It's just been shifted over to the Middle East, where morals and morality seem to not exist.
Yes, well,
indifferent towards whether or not it does. But
yes.
Benjamin.
Next topic will be.
Oh, sorry, judgment.
I will reserve judgment.
Oh, I think I'm going to actually take a. No, I'm going to reserve.
You're going to reserve. Yeah, that's fine. So the next part is going to be about feng shui.
Ooh.
The art of.
Oh, is this the art of furniture?
Yeah, so how you organise a room to make it look particularly nice. So, what do you think about? Do you know much about feng shui?
I don't know much about feng shui, but I do know that sometimes I don't know if you feel the same, and please reserve judgment if you do, or don't reserve judgment regardless.
Yes.
But I feel sometimes like when you're in a room for a long period of time, a computer room, especially for me, it's my bedroom.
Yes.
When you have a rearrange, it's almost like you've rearranged your mind space as well as rearranging the physical
100%.
space.
I mean, I'm particular. I enjoy keeping a very clean area. Where I live. So
bumhole too.
Bumhole too. Yes, I enjoy keeping everything that I can clean, and I find that the cleaner a room is, the more I can concentrate when I'm in that room.
I agree with you there. So, do you have any feng shui tips for our listeners?
My top feng shui tip is that if you have clutter, as in you have your shelves filled with candles or figurines or anything of the sort, that it will probably distract you from what you actually want to do. You should have a room that is very clean.
So less is more.
Less is 100% more.
Is that factoids?
Well, personally, I think it's factoid. But if you look at the monks of countries that have monks in, you will see that those monks like to have a very clean, very minimal living space. And being minimalist makes you feel very clear-minded. And whilst there may not be direct science behind it, if you try it personally, you may find that is the case.
I will try that. I'm going to give it. I'm going to try the minimalist.
Yes.
As Stoics, we believe in minimalism.
Yes, we do.
We believe that less is more, and that happiness needs only yourself and your spirit, not even your body.
Yes.
Benjamin Bendleforth is having a bit of an itchy beard. I think he might have a plague or locust or two.
Yes, the plague or locust is now flown out the window to be with nature where it belongs.
May I interject?
You may.
What we're going to do on Games by James, Stoic by Stoics.
Yes.
We're going to go onto the comments section and we're going to try and clear up a few things that the community's been saying lately. Is that okay? Is that all right with you? We will continue the discussion.
Yes.
We've got an hour long. This is an hour long Stoicast.
Yes, it is.
And we're going to cover a lot of topics. So I'm going to quickly pause because I need to urine 7.
Okay, you may urine 7.
If you understand, it's a bit of a joke that we share.
Oh, chortle.
We do like a joke as Stoics.
We do, yes. And top joke, almost too funny.
Almost too funny. It's like urine 8, but not just the end of the word, but you're actually associated to the number. Yes,
and you're taking you back one.
I'm taking you back one.
I might urine -1.
Oh yeah! Oh, got him!
Oh, I did.
I didn't need to say that. I could have just paused it, and that was fantastic. I felt like not only had I avoided my urine, but avoided a lot of my issues as well.
Yes, you can release your issues from your penis in the form of urine.
And sometimes semen.
Yes.
And you release them into a host and then dump the host.
Yes, that's the way that you should always treat hosts. Because that's all that they are.
Well, hosts shouldn't be so emotional and picky then, should they?
No, they should not. And raise stupid fucking points that make no sense. Oh, sorry. Raise stupid points that make no sense. Apologies for the swearing there. Sometimes I actually do get a bit emotional, but
I feel like Marcus Aurelius popped in and gave you.
I've been reading a lot of Marcus Aurelius, and I think that he's taking over.
No,
he's gone. I've
now.
got rid of him.
I feel if we get a bit angry, Marcus has come in because he was an emperor.
Yes.
He went to a lot of wars.
Yes.
If we laugh, Seneca's popped in.
He has, yes.
And if we get upset, Epictetus has popped in.
He has. Epictetus, please, could you
Epic,
leave?
may you leave?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'll leave.
Seneca, they're all popping in.
Let me know.
Oh,
see you later,
you
guys.
bad cunt.
We'll be out with you.
Anyway, next topic. Who picked the last topic?
I would like to just draw it back to Games by James, the channel.
Oh yes,
we
comments.
have some comments that we need to address. So we're going to look through these and we're going to just give you a little feedback on your comments because thank you for watching. We clearly respect everyone's opinions, which is why we keep pumping out Stoicasts and nothing to do with games.
Exactly. It's called Games by James for not a reason.
Mike's and Jack Other has asked me, are you James Games on Xbox?
A very, very poignant question that makes a lot of sense.
Well, Mike's and Jack Other, I can only say no, I'm not James Games on Xbox. He's also got a question. What can 3 emeralds get you? I'm unsure what.
3 emeralds will get you 1 slightly larger emerald if you combine them correctly.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost impossible to bind emeralds back together, but I mean, you could superglue them.
You could superglue them, and then it could look like a bigger emerald.
Realistically, you could just have 3 emeralds.
You could just have 3 emeralds. And do you need 3 emeralds? What will they do for you? They may look pretty, but they are fleeting in the existence of the universe, and they will be gone.
I would give away all 3 emeralds to a more needy cause, and then have that feeling of goodness within yourself.
Oh yes,
that's better than anything. Mike and Jack Other.
Give them to a charity, and you will feel uplifted.
Yeah,
be an effective altruist.
I'm not 100% sold on charities. I think you should give it directly to the people you want to influence.
So you are your own charity.
Yeah, but the thing is, charities, it goes for a chain of people. You don't know who's getting it.
Correct.
Give it to the people you feel it will influence, or sell it, or
make your own charity.
Fire a laser into it, and it will go all splitsies, which is kind of cool.
Like that, yes. It makes that sound as well with an emerald.
Like, thank you, Mike and Jack Other, for that very good question.
Yes, let's pick another thing.
We're going to go for. I'm just having a look. Ben, you can fill him in with a bit of a story or limerick or two.
So, once upon a time, I decided to read some Stoic books, and that is why I'm now here. Because I believe that Stoicism is the only way that you should live your life. If you choose not to, I will remain indifferent to it, but I think that you will find that Stoicism will greatly improve any aspect of your life, and it will make you feel that if something you may perceive as bad happening, it's not actually as bad as you think, because the only thing that can harm you is nothing, because the mind is free from harm.
Wow, the only thing that can harm you is a poisonous sense of self.
And we do not have that.
We don't. You've got to always believe that as long as you've got you at your core, you can always be happy, because no matter what, you can retract in and you can sit in that little bit of happiness that you give to yourself. Is that not right, Bendleforth?
That is correct. Let's just pick a comment.
We're going to pick a comment. What I've done is I've opened up a few, and I'm going to Control F the question mark.
Okay.
Smart, you might say.
Ah, yes.
The Tsar has asked us
can I read this?
Of course you can. You've got to read the video out so it gives it context.
So which video is it?
It's Haricot. No, sorry, it's Whitey Rap's Haricot Harlot, was it?
Haricot Harlot.
The song about the girl who had a bean instead of a vagina.
Yes, of course, I remember this one. So, the Tsar asks, so, her cunt was a bean? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So,
Benjamin?
Well, I would think that if you had listened to the lyrics fully, that you would realise that, indeed, her vagina had been replaced by a haricot bean. So, indeed, her cunt was a bean.
Yes. And I just feel like we need to point out it was sellotaped on.
It was sellotaped on, but if you carry on through the song, you'll realise that as soon as you remove the bean, another one grows
bean spawns in its place.
And that was a brilliant business opportunity for the person in the song.
Yeah, he actually opened up a market store, and if you can follow the subtle sort of poetic lyrics, you do realise that the market stall is open,
and people went and bought the beans.
Well, there's
and they bought a yacht in the end.
Wow.
So exactly,
a haricot yacht,
a haricot yacht. Have we got a
light,
a flame?
A flame.
A flame, because flames are very stoic things. They remain constant. You blow wind on them, and you will see them shift very slightly, but then they will return to normal. And flames are one of the most stoic things that you can ever have.
Because they go with the flow. If they get blown out, so be it. If they don't, and how? Isn't that right, Benjamin?
Yes, and how?
So, on to the next question. Thank you for that, Dasar. It was a good one.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're having a bit of technical difficulty here.
I could see the question there. It was against one of our Stoicasts.
Right, Twix the Wizard. Oh, you had a haircat.
A haircat?
I think he's supposed to mean cut. He reserves judgment on it, though.
Excellent.
Thank you, Twix.
Twix the Wizard are a Stoic, and we respect you for that.
Fantastic, Twix. Thank you. Also, what really was the Stoicast about? Bendleforth, would you like to explain?
That is a very deep question.
It's a tough question,
Twix the
really,
Wizard
for us all.
But the Stoicast is very simply about us instilling our knowledge about Stoicism to the masses, and the fact that you're questioning it, and you've also said that you reserve judgment on
fantastic.
it, is fantastic. You are on your way to being a Stoic fellow, and I hope that you carry on commenting and that you read some Stoic books. For example, I am currently reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah,
this is a genuine thing. I'm not just saying this.
No, he is.
I'm reading it. James the Thieves bought it for me at Christmas, and I've been reading it in the bath and putting it on Instagram.
And it's very good, isn't it?
Exactly.
Ben's been enlightening me. It's very poetic. It's very metaphorical. But if you can sort of pull that apart, then you can get some really good messages from it.
You will find that your life, if you feel like life is not doing well for you, if you read some Meditations or any other Stoic philosopher, you will find that if you really listen to them and really take on board what they're saying, that your life will improve.
Yeah, Twix. And me and Bendleforth truly believe you can have a fantastic life and you're on the right path.
Correct.
I feel like we've made someone's life a little bit better today.
I think we have.
So I reserve judgment on him. Oh, sorry, can I just say, I've been reading Plato's The Republic.
Was Plato a strict Stoic, or was he...
Stoicism wasn't about when Plato... Plato is Socrates' understudy, and he has a very Socratic philosophy.
So I don't know much about Socrates.
Socrates was very much a cross between a Stoic and a Cynic. He believed in very little. He believed in questioning everything you come across.
Cynicism and Stoicism go hand in hand.
And he is pretty much the father of all philosophy, but I would say mainly Stoicism. So Twix, if you want to grab yourself some Plato and some Marcus Aurelius,
you should do
fantastic. Can I also point out that you lie in Kentucky said I like it about the Stoicast, so thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you from us both.
We reserve judgment. We do not care.
We don't.
Thank you.
We reserve judgment on Kentucky.
We only want it to benefit yourself, so carry on.
And you've got some fantastic chicken. Next up is... Sorry, I'm having a bit of a technical difficulty again.
Yes.
It seems to not be scrolling down with...
If you scroll down to the yellow lines on the side of the sidebar, you will be able to find the next one.
Dan Cuddington has asked, where's the lamb sauce?
Where is the lamb sauce? Wow. We need to ask our good, very unstoic friend, unfortunately, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, yeah.
Yes, he's one of the most unstoic people ever. But I believe that Gordon Ramsay is probably actually very stoic, and he puts on an act.
I feel like he might put on... For the views, it's for the views.
It is, yes. But he wants everyone to know about Stoicism, so he does this for the sake of it.
I think he might do. And I feel like Gordon Ramsay, if you sat him down and you got away from the cameras, he might be quite stoic, down to earth.
Quite stoic, yes.
Yeah.
Next question.
So thank you, Dan. We're going to continue scrolling down.
Okay, so
Navisa
Boy asks, lol, how the fuck is this still up? Question mark. This is fucking amazing.
This is about weird Nutaku hentai. Benjamin?
Weird Nutaku hentai, if you can enjoy it as a preferred indifference, you can remain... What's this?
Remain a preferred indifference.
A preferred indifference to it, yes. And then you will be a stoic person.
Navisia Boy, it's up because not enough people have reported it. Now, if you watch my Honey Pop episode 2, which only had 600,000 views, very short.
Oh no.
That got flagged too many times and was taken off. But if you watch Honey Pop episode 5, which has had 1.6 million,
yes.
Well, YouTube are making enough capital off that to overlook.
Yes, overlook it because they're stoic and they want their money.
They're stoic, yeah. They give me pittance compared to what most YouTubers get. I haven't earned even £2,000 off my 6 million views.
Stoic.
Fucking stoic. Money is nothing to me.
No, it's nothing.
What I do enjoy is giving everyone here a little piece of advice that could change their life. And so thank you, Navisia Boy. Read Epictetus.
So if you carry on scrolling, there you go. You got 3 question marks.
Ooh.
Mike is bulletproof. Would you like to read the question, James?
No, it's your turn.
James, it's mine.
Bendleforth, yes.
Let's go! Where my fellow cucks at? And this is in response to another weird hentai video.
Hentai, yes.
Where are your fellow cucks at? Well, if you have a girlfriend or a wife or a fiance, all you need to do is pop on Craigslist and say, I have a woman that I would like you to have sexual intercourse with, and you will find that you are the cuck. Oh, he is the cuck.
He is the cuck, yeah.
He is the cuck.
Thank you for that question. Reserve judgment?
I will reserve judgment.
This one is from Kaori Misayono AMVs.
Adult music videos.
Oh, is that what that means?
Well, I'm sure...
Amateur?
No, it's a Japanese thing, isn't it? AMV is adult something videos. Is it mature? No. Music? I'm not sure, but it's something to do with Japanese porn, basically.
Well, he has said, I love your light in April, and I make AMVs. So if you watch them, please leave any feedback. Everyone head over to Kaori Miyazano AMVs.
Ah, but that wasn't his question. His question was,
are these live? If not, for sure do it live. He's talking about the Stoicast now.
Ah, right, okay.
So it's okay, I'll handle this.
Okay.
The Stoicasts are not live, no.
No.
But we record them in one go. There's no editing at all. And then we put them straight up. So we'll say they're live with an hour's lag.
Correct, yes. As in, we do not do them directly live, but
it's as good as, because we don't edit, we don't cut anything out.
There's no scripting for these. We just literally pop the microphone on and see what comes out of our stoic mouths.
And usually it's very insightful and very platonic.
Yes, just like this one. Could I have some of that?
Of course, you may have some of the vaporizer, yes.
Thank you very much.
We're going to continue down. Thank you all for your comments. I'd like to just say again. This one's from Mr. Mello. Bendleforth?
Hey. Am I fast enough, James?
Oh, that's a deep question.
That is a very... What defines fast? And against
physically
what?
Or spiritually? Mentally?
It could be any. But Mr. Mello, judging by your name and your face, I would say that you are fast enough because you have joined in upon the internet, you're on YouTube, you are with the current times, so I would say that you are as fast as you ever need to go to be happy. You seem to be happy, your face is very happy in the picture.
Very happy indeed.
So
you've got a very joyous name, you're watching some very insightful shows on YouTube.
And you're asking a question which is not... You're not questioning yourself.
Yes.
To a degree you're questioning yourself, but you're not saying that you're not fast enough, you're just asking if you are fast enough. And I say that no matter how slow you are fast enough.
And a very good point Bendleforth has made there. Socrates believed that to know nothing is to know more than anything. Anyone that believes they know everything.
A stupid man says a lot. A wise man says very little. And as I do not like talking to people, I say very little. And I feel very wise for that.
Likewise.
Like wise. Did you see what we did there? We cracked another stoic joke.
Stoic joke. Haha.
Stoic.
Can we all just have a haha? Oh, fantastic that was. We're going to move on to the next few. We'll answer a few more questions. We've got a bit of time. It's fine. Oh, no, that's from you, Benjamin, and it's a bit of a joke. We'll leave that. Do you want to read that?
No, I am Bendleforth. I do not know who...
Oh, who is this Benjamin Mullane?
WTF is this? Question mark. Where's the raps? Question mark. I didn't sub for fucking hentai games, and you talking for 2 hours. Wow.
What can I say? What can we say?
I understand Benjamin Mullane's plight, that he believes this is a gaming channel, but what Benjamin Mullane does not understand is that this is not just a gaming channel, it is a community channel that needs to answer many questions about many different thoughts and paths of life.
Yeah, and this channel really is... It's a teaching channel. It's the essence of me as a human.
It is, yeah.
It's the essence of us as a friendship.
It is, yes.
And we believe that we don't just need to offer reviews and petty playings of games, but an insight into people's lives. Is that not?
That is correct.
So thank you for that, Benjamin.
James, would you like to read the next one?
A question from Lily.
Lily?
Those boobs at the start were just teasing. How long until the next tits?
Well, Lily...
this is on Flower Night Girls, by the hentai game from Nitaku.com.
Yes, and I cannot answer this because I do not know how long until the next tits, but James Athese can answer this.
Lily,
our good friend Lily.
I have tried very hard to unlock said boobs from Flower Girl, but unfortunately, what Notako tend to do with their hentai games is they give you boobies at the start to sort of draw you in.
Lure you in, yes.
It's like a dangling worm on a fishing line. It draws you in, you catch.
You catch the nipple upon your eye,
and then it grows, not exponentially, it grows
within your being.
Yes. And also, the experience and the amount that you need to play grows massively from the immediate tits to second tits. So, sorry, was that Seneca?
It could possibly be. I did hear a slight,
I think I heard a slight rapping at the door.
Ooh.
It was like the Telltale Seneca.
It was,
He's underneath the floorboards.
Yeah, he's gone now. Thank you, Seneca.
Smoky Hot Meat 5 said, kill yourself, emo.
He actually put KYS, but you understood that.
Kill yourself,
because
yes.
you're au pair? You're au fait with internet language.
Let's continue down. Simo 8 Daimo.
Do you stream at all? ?
I don't.
You don't?
You can add me on Steam, Sariogite, Sariogite.
He may not stream at all, but he does indeed steam at all. What a play on words! He steams at all.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Let's continue down.
Seneca.
Lucas van der Bartlett. Bendleforth.
You need to read.
Oh, sorry.
Have
you seen the Honeypot dev Twitter? Apparently working on something to please the Honeypot audience. I don't give a shit about the game, but your playthrough of Honeypot was hilarious. Thank you, Lucas.
Very good.
It was fairly humorous, yes. I have seen the Honeypot dev Twitter. For anyone that doesn't know, Honeypot is the creator of Honeypop. He went off and made Honeycomb Studio, which was a disappointment to all. But he is now working on a farming game for this year. But next year, what is he coming back with? Have a guess.
Is he coming back with Honeypop 2?
Oh, how did he guess that? Yeah, he did.
Excellent. So will you be doing some playthroughs of Honeypop 2?
I promise everyone here now, and you, Bendleforth.
Yes.
I will do an entire playthrough of Honeypop 2, uncensored, with all the wisecracks.
Is it 2018?
2018.
Okay, so not that long. With 4
I
months
won't be in my normal character, which is this character. This is me normally day to day.
Yes.
The character I play on Games by James, the angry, rhetorical, sarcastic, nasty, dickhead. Definitely not me in real life.
No,
Certainly
definitely not. No.
I will be playing that character, yes. Dakazia says, holy fuck, you are hilarious. Thank you.
These aren't questions.
No, but I'm just popping in a few. Just to boost the...
I'll reserve judgment.
We'll continue down. A couple more, and then we're going to have to go. We've done him.
Okay, we've done him before.
A couple more, then we'll have to go. Kylie Carney
asks, isn't Gordon Ramsay Scottish? THO, as in though, but she didn't spell the full word.
I would like to... Sorry, can I just address this?
Yes.
A lot of people... I've had 150,000 views on my Gordon Ramsay video now. Yes, you know, it's nothing really, but... and a lot of people have said Gordon Ramsay's Scottish because I called him an English cunt. Okay, I'm going to throw this at you now. Yes, he was born in Scotland, but he moved to England a very long time ago. He's lived in England for a very long time. He sounds English. A lot of his business is in England, and he's a very big part of English culture. At what point does being born somewhere make you that thing so that Kyle can have a go at me?
Correct.
Because if I flew over, let's say my wife is pregnant. We fly over Zambia. On the way, she fires out a child. Is that child Zambian?
Only by paperwork, but not
if
by
he continues
persona.
to grow in England,
yes.
You would say English.
You would say English.
So Kyle, you can stick that up your arsehole.
Yes, Kyle, you can, and you can die.
Absolutely perish, please.
Yes, please fucking kill yourself.
Can you answer the next one?
So,
two more then.
Vuol Dulev says, wait.
I believe it's Voodoo Lou.
Sorry, Voodoo Lou asks, wait, your accent, are you from the Midlands?
Do you mean Albion? If you mean Old Albion, then yes, I am from Old Albion, indeed. The Midlands. In modern day, yes, you would say that I am from the west of the Midlands. But I would say Old Albion.
Old Albion. Just like that very good football club that are called Old Albion.
And also Fable. Last question now. Fuck is Haricot?
Well, this is from the Khazar again.
Should we do a different one for someone else? I feel like we'll do one more after this.
We can explain what haricots are. Haricots are beans, baked beans. Just buy a tin of beans and you've got some haricots. That's what fuck is haricots. The beans.
I feel like Marcus Aurelius has stepped in there.
Possibly, I may have had a slight bubbling up of anger against Khazar.
The Tsar, you are angering Bendleforth, and unfortunately, we're going to have to not have any communication with you.
No, we will reserve judgment and move on.
Judgment. In fact, we will have communication because we're indifferent towards your answers.
Exactly. Yeah, I hope you're burning the fire.
Ethan Shaw asks, "Where did the hentai go?"
Where did the hentai go?
That's a question that no one can answer, Ethan, unfortunately.
Because it's still there, you just need to look for it a little bit harder.
But thank you, Ethan. And thank you all for your questions and your continuing participation in Games by James. Let's return to the Stoicast.
Yes.
Bendleforth, let me put it to you.
Okay.
011800 1066.
1066. Yes. It's a phone number which you will hear uttered many, many times upon the television, and I believe it's a reference to the Battle of Hastings, which is why it's memorable.
Also, HastingsDirect.com, HastingsDirect.com. I like how it dipped down. It did a ha, and then it went to ha, and then back to ha. Thoughts?
It's a catchy tune. They've done well to make you remember it. 0800 00 1066.
The last four digits you said then, 1066, which also could be said as 1066, or in binary 0000001000.
Correct.
We'll continue later.
We will continue that later.
Thoughts?
I will have to reserve my entire judgment upon that advertising campaign. It's effective. It's a preferred in judgment for whoever made it.
A topic.
Let us talk about the fact that there are a lot of very big businesses in Silicon Valley in America.
Ooh, and how? I believe it's sort of the same as growing bacteria. Now, if you have a bit of mould on bread, you don't tend to find mould evenly spread across the bread. You'll find it in patches, right?
Yes.
Now, developers and network engineers are like that sort of mould.
Disgusting mould.
Yeah. They band together and they grow in certain areas.
Correct.
Silicon Valley being the main one.
It's the mouldiest place in the world in terms of technology.
You tend to find a lot of very smart and affluent men and a lot of very poor and good-looking women.
Yes.
Strange correlation.
Very strange
causation or correlation.
It's everything and nothing at the same time because nothing matters.
May I bring up a topic?
You may.
What are your thoughts on 9/11? We've not done this yet. We need to talk about 9/11.
So 9/11.
And I don't mean just 9 and 11 separately as numbers next to each other. I'm talking September the 11th, 2001.
So 9/11. That was I guess a huge world-changing day for the entire Earth.
9/11 2000 fun, some people call it.
I personally would not call it that because I don't think many people had fun jumping out of the Twin Towers to avoid burning death.
Well, we can't say that for sure.
We can't say that for sure, but 9/11. It was symbolic because obviously 9/11, 911 is the emergency services in America, and they committed it upon that date, and they destroyed two of the tallest buildings in the world.
Where were you on the 11th of 9?
I remember coming back home from school. I was in year 8, and I saw.
So year 8 is 12 to 13.
Yes, 12 to 13. And I remember walking into my mum's bedroom where she was watching it on the TV, and my first comment was, "Well, they shouldn't have called Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, should they?" That was my first comment about 9/11. Looking back on it, it may have... Seneca, I believe you may have just popped in.
Sorry, Seneca has just popped in.
That was... and my mum was very, very cross with me for saying such an insensitive thing.
Did you actually say that?
I did say that, yes. And looking back on it, as a 28-year-old now, looking back on the 13-year-old, that was slightly an insensitive thing to say, possibly about one of the worst terrorist attacks in the world that killed many, many people, that I judged them based on their naming of a Harry Potter book, because they named it that.
To do with it, is it
because apparently Americans couldn't understand the word philosophers, so they had to rename it sorcerers, and I was quite angry about it.
We can't expect too much of the Americans, though.
We can't, no, because they are Americans after all.
Thoughts? Sorry, I meant to ask another question.
Okay.
Can memes melt steel beams?
Can memes melt steel beams? Well, if a little bit of plain oil can melt steel beams, which it definitely cannot, then I'm sure that memes apparently can melt steel beams. So yes, memes can melt steel beams.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
No, unless they are good memes, in which case, dreamy meme away.
Thoughts?
I will, at the same time, I will look back on my past self and say, I've learnt from my mistakes, and I will now reserve judgment upon it.
Similar. Sorry, not similar, exactly. Ditto.
What? My question to you before we finish is, what were you doing upon that day?
September the 11th, 2001. A day I will never forget. Oh, what was I doing now?
Seneca, could you please leave the room?
No, I was at home. I had contracted norovirus. It wasn't norovirus, but norovirus was the easiest thing to blame it on. Being honest with everyone, I didn't want to go to school, so I lied. I told Mother I was ill. I wasn't ill. I sat in the front room of a road I lived on, Gilbertstone Avenue.
Oh, Gilbertstone, yes.
Yeah, I used to live there, and I sat in the front room. Mother went to work, single mother. She had to work hard.
Yes.
I was watching the Teletubbies, as you do.
Yes.
Suddenly, my Teletubbies comes to a quick end.
Ooh.
Which angered me, to be honest.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
The next thing I see is...
You were not stoic back then, so...
I was not stoic, no. I was young, and, I'm not saying that young people can't be stoic, but I was young and unstoic. The Teletubbies stopped, and my happiness also stopped at the same time, because I saw...
Was that until the tower collapsed and then your happiness raised?
No, the tower, I was indifferent towards that. It stopped because of the Teletubbies stopping.
Oh, okay.
I saw one tower smoking off into the distance.
Yes.
It looked like an old steam train without the body.
Ah.
And as I watched, I couldn't quite comprehend at that age what I was looking at. I was just looking at a building on fire, and I thought, shit happens. Like, I see this stuff in the news. Someone gets shot, a gay gets stabbed. Now the Twin Towers have been blown up. I didn't know what the Twin Towers were. Too young.
No, not me.
But I watched the second plane fly into the other tower live.
Yeah.
And that's when I thought, shit's going down.
Yeah. Did you go and have a pot noodle at that point?
I actually didn't, but what I did do was go and boil some new potatoes and have a little bit of Bisto on them.
Ah, yes. That's what you should do when the Twin Towers collapse. I personally would have had a pot noodle, but boiled potatoes with some gravy on them is delicious. Yeah.
It was really good.
Quite hungry now.
And I like Bisto, but Bisto doesn't use beef fat, it's vegetarian. So it's nice, but I feel like the beef fat really makes a difference.
It does, yeah. Yeah, I do love Bisto. I love Bisto. I can't remain indifferent to it. I just love Bisto.
Well, you should remain indifferent, because Bisto might not be there one day.
It might not be.
Will it affect your core?
No, it will not affect my core. When Bisto's gone, I will remain indifferent to it.
But remember it fondly.
I will remember it fondly. What were we talking about? Potatoes.
9/11.
Oh. But the gravy, Could I have some of that cigarette?
So, judgment on 9/11?
When it comes down to Bisto, my Seneca, could you please leave the room?
Thank you.
When it comes down to Bisto, 9/11. I feel strongly about it. The fact that it made Jimmy boil potatoes as opposed to put it on maybe a bit of chicken, it makes me slightly angry. I think Marcus Aurelius might have popped in, and I'm not happy about it.
Seneca. They're all at the blooming door.
They're all there. I feel quite sad now. I think Epic
Epic. While we're on the subject, because I would quite like to discuss this with you if it's okay.
Okay.
What were your favourite foods as a preteen? I'm talking 7 till 11. You would come home, it's been a hard day doing basic arithmetic.
Yeah.
And Mum's just gone shopping. And you've gone into the fridge and you've got your favourite foods. What would you grab first?
So my two top meals at that age, sort of 7 to 10, I would say it was chicken nuggets, chips, and beans. That was
and how?
And you know what? I actually had chicken nuggets and chips last night, and I've just remembered that I had beans. So I'm pretty different to it. I'm quite angry that I did not remember that I had beans that I could have had with it. However, 10 to 11, I started to get into spaghetti bolognese, and that became a staple of my essence and my being. And
spaghetti bolognese is a very good dish.
It is.
Because we get the beef, we get the onions, we get the tomatoes, the basil, the oregano, the salt, the pepper, and it's very simple, very Italian, but delicious.
Yes, it is.
I can't reserve judgment on bolognese, unfortunately.
I'm going to ask you the exact same question that you just asked me. What was your 7 to 11 meal?
Well,
what's your 9 to 11 meal?
Planes. Turkey planes. Turkey jetters. Seneca.
Seneca. Please. And did you tend to fly these into a couple of chips standing up?
Yeah, and several smaller chips jumped out.
Did beans jump out as well?
Beans did jump out,
beaners.
Yes. But no, we jest. We take it. We're doing a very morbid look on 9/11, and we're joking about it because we're indifferent towards it. Ultimately,
we are. Very sad day, but it's happened, and we cannot do anything.
And it's shaped the world for better or worse.
Many worse things have happened before and after 9/11. Unfortunately, we live in a very
2000 really
unfortunate world.
Exactly, and we'll get onto that after. But chicken char grills, bird's eye.
Oh yeah.
My mum couldn't cook very well at that point, and she believed you could microwave chicken char grills. So I ate a lot of microwave chicken char grills as a child. Also, sorry, I'm getting a bit excited. I think that must be.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Epicurus.
But yeah, Epicurus makes me excited.
Do you remember pot noodles? Is that what
I thought you were going to say turkey twizzlers, but carry on.
Turkey twizzlers were very good as well. They were very good.
Yeah. Jamie Oliver killed them, and I hope that Jamie Oliver
perishes
because turkey twizzlers were incredible. Carry on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry, Marcus. Marcus has stepped in.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, deservedly. I'm glad that he did actually.
Yeah, because Jamie Oliver needs to fucking die.
Thank you.
Sorry, everyone. Marcus, fuck off, mate. Come on.
Yeah, go on. Okay,
thank you.
I'm back to 11 now.
Back to normal. Do you remember pot noodles, bachelors?
Do I?
And how?
And how?
But now we still have them, but they've reduced. There's no MSG, even though MSG has never been actually proven
are they even
to do
worth
anything.
Eating?
No. But do you remember when they used to have the soya pieces in?
Oh yes, I do.
How good were those?
Those were orgasmic.
They used to have MSG, soya pieces, Lara noodle,
and then some sweet corn bits. And
I used
to absolutely loathe sweet corn. However, in a pot noodle, I would eat those sweet corn like they were a woman's vagina.
Oh, and it was just tasty. It was salty.
It was, yeah, better than a woman's vagina actually.
To be honest, because with a woman's vagina, you bite the sweet corn and suddenly they're screaming.
Yeah, exactly, and that's not enjoyable for anyone.
And do you remember when you would leave it to just lament in its own water for 5 or 10? Yes. And then you would bite into a bit of sweet corn. You just give a little bit of crunch, but a lot of sweetness would burst.
Did you ever do the thing where you would, before you poured the water in, you would get a fork and you would stab the fucking shit out of the pot noodle so that you got lots and lots of tiny little noodle bits so you could eat it almost like Weetabix, but noodle bits.
Like porridge?
Yes, like porridge,
noodle.
yes. But noodle
I'm going to have to stop you there and say I haven't, because unfortunately for me, I enjoyed the stringy length of the noodles, and actually it would have upset me a lot if someone had decimated my
noodles. I liked both of them. Like I did both, but looking back at it now, if I was eating a pot noodle now, I would most certainly go for the whole pot noodle, the stringy.
But back then it was.
But back then I used to crush it up. But nowadays I would most certainly go for the stringy, delicious pot noodle.
Fantastic.
Yes, it's brilliant.
It's I don't know about everyone that listens. I'm assuming since a lot of you are weird children, probably you can agree with me here. But I have rituals, or used to have rituals, which I'd have to eat certain things in a certain way.
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah. What was one of your rituals? And I will share a ritual after. And if anyone wants to share any rituals in the comments, ritual us up.
Go for it. So, going back to chicken nuggets, chips, and beans, what I would do is I would have the plate with the substances on it, and I would then create a special chip dam around the beans to keep the bean juice away from the chicken nuggets.
And that's quite pragmatic, really.
It is. However, I did enjoy the bean juice on the chicken nuggets, but what I didn't like was when the chicken nuggets became so saturated in bean juice that they became too soft. So what I would do is I would create the dam around the beans, and then I would pick up a chicken nugget with my fork, and I would dip it in the beans gently,
into the beans,
so that you got the taste of the beans, but without the sogginess of the beans. And I would then crunch down on that delicious beanie chicken nugget, and I would savour it as if it was my last bite of food ever, and it tasted
very good,
delicious. What were yours?
You enjoyed the chicken nugget, crisp as it was, because you wanted the choice to have the bean juice on it, and you deserved the choice.
Because there were so many chips on the plate, you could quite happily sacrifice 7 or 8 chips to create a soggy barrier
and
of
still
beans.
have a good amount of chips.
You'd have a great amount of chips, and then at the end you would eat the last few chips, and you would appreciate it, because by that time you were full, but you wanted something just to tide you over, and you would have these soggy beanie chips, which actually tasted delicious.
Really good, because they were sort of the end game.
They were,
dinner.
They were.
Quickly,
what I would do, so I'd do that, and I would always save 1 chicken nugget and a small pile of bean juice right for the very end
to wipe up.
And I would wipe up that last little bit of bean juice and eat that last chicken nugget to get my very last savoury piece of deliciousness.
And you know what's fantastic about that is, although it contradicts what you thought you wanted earlier, you stoically decided that actually you want that bean juice on your final nugget.
Yes.
And that's a fantastic way to look at life.
It is, yeah.
Judgment preferred
indifference. What's yours?
Oh, many. I had many. But the one I'm going to talk about today is Royal Wotsits.
Were those the lattice ones?
No.
Okay, what
Royal Wotsits was a making of my... For anyone who's in America, they are Cheetos, as they know, but not the ones that have been eaten away by a cow's stomach acid.
Ah.
They are like big Cheetos, basically. Very puffy. When I was younger, I was quite poor. I didn't have too much food. So I used to stretch out what I did have to make it last as long as possible. I was indifferent towards it, very stoic.
Yeah.
With Wotsits, what I would do is, because they're quite big, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite big, yeah.
Imagine like a micro penis.
Yes.
But orange. Oh. I would get the 1 Wotsit on the plate. There was about 30 or 40 in a pack. A knife and fork, and I would...
You cut it up!
Slice them into little slices.
I used to do this as well.
Did you use the Royal Wotsits?
I used the Royal Wotsits. I didn't know it had a name, but...
It's Royal Wotsits.
It made a pack of Wotsits last about an hour.
You could make a pack of Wotsits.
I might actually do this very, very soon.
We should
do it.
Because it makes you enjoy frugality.
Yes. Royal Wotsits are absolutely incredible. Get a pack of Wotsits, cut them all up, and eat them slice by slice. You'll have such a good time.
I could put on a double episode of Dexter's Laboratory.
Sorry,
a quadruple, because there were 2 in each episode.
Yes.
I would put on a quadruple of Dexter's Lab, and it would last me all the way through, and I'd be enjoying those Royal Wotsits till the end.
You know what? I'm going to put some Dexter's Lab on download. I'm going to get some Wotsits. I'm going to cut them up, and I'm going to enjoy. We'll do it together.
Yes, we shall.
You should come round to my house. We shall do some Royal Wotsits, and then lots of not drugs.
Droyal Wotsits.
Droyal Wotsits.
They're the same, but you slice them lengthways.
Yeah, and then you snort them.
Judgment.
It's a very much preferred.
Have you got any more of these stories? Because I think these are fantastic. I think Fate, we should go with the flow, because I've got a few.
One that I used to do was with Maltesers.
Oh.
So what I used to do...
I think I know what you're going to say.
Much like James, I didn't get that much food. So when I got a pack of Maltesers, I would get them all out onto my plate. I wouldn't cut them up, but I would pop them into my mouth, and I would suck all of the chocolate off, which would make a Malteser last for a good... maybe minute at a time, and then I would crunch through the middle part afterwards.
Was the middle part not soggy by that point?
The outside of it was, but the inside was still very much crunchy. But
you got both textures.
And I think Nestle chocolate is extremely delicious.
Fantastic.
So you got both of them. What were you going to say? Because I'm guessing yours was a bit different to this.
Mine was, and I still do it to this day actually. So I feel like I must reserve judgment on anyone who eats it differently. But I feel like that was Diogenes of Crates.
It was, yeah. He made you do an expelliarmus of your gas. Carry on, sorry.
Maltesers,
yes.
I like to pick them up one by one.
Yes.
And then bite off the chocolate skin.
Yes,
yeah.
I also did that at times, yes, because sometimes you need to mix it up and then bite the chocolate off and then crunch through the middle. Yes.
Leaving you a multi-ball.
Yes.
Not multi-ball, like pinball.
Yeah, not 3 of them.
Not just
the one. You cannot defy physics with Stoicism.
So I also sorry, you next. I've done my Maltese. Or do you want me to do an original?
You can do an original.
I was sort of
do an original. Do an original.
A Sunday roast. For anyone who doesn't know what that is in America, I'm assuming a Sunday roast is
a Thanksgiving dinner.
It is, but we don't have that horrible, weird white gravy you have. We have much better. Let's start it off.
Yeah.
We have vegetable. Normally we have green beans, broccoli,
Carrots, yes.
Sometimes you can caramelise the carrots alongside the chicken or whatever roast you're having.
Cauliflower sometimes.
Cauliflower cheese especially.
Cauliflower cheese, excellent. Not good with gravy though. If they touch on the plate, I'm not happy.
Are you not? Well, it's two sauces, so I can understand your peeve there.
They're not.
You can do sort of like a Yorkshire pudding dam.
Yes, you can. Yes, a bit like the chip dam that I mentioned with the beans earlier.
Oh, cauliflower cheese in the Yorkshire pudding.
Yes,
that would be very good.
We should do that. We'll
I think I've got a good Sunday coming up.
You need to come out to my house. We'll do Royal Watsits. We'll do a brilliant Sunday roast with all these things.
Fantastic.
And Maltesers.
We've never eaten together, have we?
We used to. Like Crazy Crock meatballs with cheese.
Oh, those weren't good food. So, but sorry. Sometimes you have a nice leek boulanger, which is what I'm having Sunday.
Oh, leek is incredible.
Have you ever had leek boulanger?
No. Well, maybe. What is it?
It's where you get leek.
Yeah.
You put it into vegetable stock.
Okay.
And then you bake it in the oven, so it goes really soft, really delicious.
I've done leek and butter, which is delicious.
Leek and butter is. I don't want to sound too colloquialist, but peng tier.
It is dank as fuck. It's what I would say.
We have the vegetables. And then with the traditional Sunday roast, you have the roast veg, which is the tubers, parsnip, the normal potatoes.
Yes.
Parboil them, of course.
Of course, yes.
And then lately, the sweet potatoes become more, or the yams.
Yeah. Oh no. Sweet potatoes and yams, I've discovered after researching it, are different vegetables. They are very similar, but they are actually different vegetables.
That's a revelation. So what is a sweet potato in America? Eggplant? No.
No. An eggplant is an aubergine. A sweet potato is literally just a sweet potato.
Oh, in America?
I believe.
Well, they're always a bit behind.
Sorry, you may have to Google this. I might be confused, but I'm sure that when I googled sweet potatoes and yams, that they are actually distinctly different things, although they are very, very similar. Very similar.
Fantastic. Well, I know that I've got something else to
go for. Yeah.
So we have our roast tubers.
Yes.
Roasted in oil usually.
What are tubers?
Tubers are plants that grow underneath the soil.
Oh, so any
potatoes,
root vegetables.
Root vegetables. Or I think tubers is the actual name for the potato family.
Okay.
So I mean, we'll reserve judgment on our knowledge there. And then we have our proteins, which is our chicken, lamb.
Beef,
lamb is very good.
Pork.
Lamb's usually reserved for Easter. We have
I eat lamb quite a lot, actually.
I love lamb.
Yeah, lamb's delicious.
Pork is very good, but most people don't know how to cook it, and it puts them off it.
I actually do now. I'm very good at cooking pork.
Really?
A pork, a pork stomach. What's it called?
Gammon?
No, like it's just like a pork stomach. It's got a name. It's got a lot of fat on it, and you cook it so that the fat turns into crackling.
Oh, that's
so you can eat that. And then the meat itself, there's very little meat, but it's the most succulent pork meat you can ever get, and it's absolutely delicious. It's coated in fat, and it tastes so good.
It's making my stomach rumble, but I'm indifferent towards the hunger.
Sorry, carry on with yours. I'll keep butting in. I'm
very
sorry.
We're going with the flow. It's fate. Whoever needs.
I will now listen to you.
If you've got something interesting to say, please, by all means, say it. And I will do the same for you.
I want to listen to your Sunday roast thing.
We have our chicken. The most common is chicken. If you can afford it, beef. Mm-hmm. A nice roast beef. Roast it for a couple of hours. Let the proteins really break down.
Yeah.
And then we top it off with normally a Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, yes.
For anyone that doesn't know what a Yorkshire pudding is, it's eggs, flour. Is it milk? No, just eggs, flour, and water with salt and pepper.
I don't know what makes it up, to be honest.
I think it's mostly eggs, a bit of flour, and then you bake it, and it rises, and it's fantastic how it rises.
Yes.
That's what we have for a Sunday roast. So my original point was methodical eating. With a Sunday roast, what I used to think to myself was, as a child, go from worst to best.
Yes.
So start off.
I did that too.
Because when you're most hungry, you're willing to eat anything. So I would start off on the vegetables.
The vegetables, yes.
And I would eat those, and then I would move on to the stuffing. If anyone doesn't... Most people know what stuffing is, but it's sage and breadcrumbs and a lot of nice herbs mixed together with butter and baked. Then onto the stuffing. Then I would move on to the proteins, saving my Yorkshire pudding and my potatoes for last.
The roast potatoes.
Roast potatoes are the god.
They are literally the best part of the meal in my opinion. Anyway, roast potatoes.
Hence why I ate them last.
I don't know. Like I remember you weren't a big fan of butter, but what I used to do was I'd have some gravy and then I'd have a little block of butter and I would cut the potato up and I would smother the potato on the butter so that I got like a creamy, crunchy roast potato and then eat that, and it was absolutely divine.
See, I wasn't, and Ben knows this. Bendleforth. I never was a fan of butter as a child or a teen, but as I've become an adult, butter is gutter. It's really good. It's creamy. It's tasty.
It's delicious.
But sorry, the point was I've had a Pavlovian sort of conditioning, whereas now I enjoy vegetables because I would always eat them first and be most hungry for them.
Yeah.
So they always tasted the best. A little bit of gravy on your green beans, crunchy, al dente.
As a child, you used to do it like bit by bit, same as me. But now I like to get my fork. I'll load it with a bit of veg, a bit of potato, and a bit of meat.
I still don't.
Oh, you don't?
No,
Okay.
I still eat it in the same order.
Okay, fair enough. What I do now is I like to mix it up. I'll have like carrot with a bit of potato, then I might have chicken with a bit of broccoli, for example.
That sounds fantastic.
It's a very good combination on the palate. It really opens up your palate.
I do mix, but I have a tier system.
Okay.
So I'll only mix one tier down. So I will mix carrots and veg with a stuffing.
Oh yes, that's a good.
But I won't mix it with a roast because a roast is too high up on the hierarchy.
Yeah.
I will mix a chicken with a roast or a chicken with a stuffing, but it won't go out of the hierarchy. Unfortunately,
that's good. You know what? When we do our Sunday roast together, I'm going to try your method because that sounds very good. Actually,
give it a hierarchy.
Yes, I'll give it a hierarchy.
And honestly, it's very good. Frugal, stoic,
and what we will do is we will video me and Jamethes
eating our Sunday roast
and cooking it as well. We will do a video of us cooking and preparing a Sunday roast together.
Fantastic.
And then we will do a video of us eating it and enjoying it and talking about it. Should we do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Yeah.
And I'll give them my secret tips on how to cook a good roast.
Jamethes is actually an incredible cook. I'm not a good cook. However,
you're a fair cook.
I can cook just about enough. However, Jamethes is actually a very good cook. I've witnessed his dishes.
Well, I won't want to brag or anything, but
so in the kitchen, James will be taking the lead. I will be mostly on the camera. And
I will teach.
Yes, you can convey your knowledge to me, and we will make a great Sunday roast together. We will enjoy it together, and we will have a brilliant time. I'm genuinely looking forward to this roast. Seneca.
Cooking is one of those things where it's practice. The more you cook, you know that something's good when you do this. You know it's not when you do that. Like, you know it's good when you add meat. You know it's not when you add corn.
Yeah,
as everyone knows, because vegetarians are
bastards,
idiots. Seneca, we're still doing the recording, man.
Stop it.
You know what I mean? Fuck off. Sorry, Marcus. And you dickhead. Marcus. Judgment on food?
I can't reserve judgment on
so
food.
Good.
It's too good. It makes me unstoic.
Preferred and different.
Yeah.
Is there another topic? We've done a good hour of STOICAST.
Have we done an hour?
I feel like I want to maybe have let's have a final subject each. A really deep, divine one, something special. And then we're going to leave you guys for another 7 weeks or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I will pick fire.
Oh, fire's very good.
Think about staring...
The fourth element.
Think about staring into a fire. How it constantly changes. Yet, it remains very constant. It's very stoic.
It goes with the wind.
It goes with the wind. But as soon as the wind passes, the fire returns back to its normal place. The fire is one of the most stoic things that you can get.
And that is actually incredibly insightful because no matter what hits the fire, unless it puts it out, which it takes in its stead,
yes,
the fire will return to its original state.
Well, once the fire's out, the fire does not complain. The fire is out, and one day the fire will return.
And the fire, once it is out, it leaves a smoky residue to be remembered by in the wind.
Exactly. Beautiful.
Beautifully stoic, beautifully poetic, and I think we should all strive to be more like a fire.
We should do. As in, if something pushes you, as in with the fire, if the wind blows the fire, it returns to normal. If you find something pushing you, then let it push you slightly, but do not let it change your form, and then return back to normal afterwards.
Return back to normal. And if the fire puts you out, whoever said you weren't to be put out?
Exactly. It's part of life.
Fantastic. It's a part of life, and you should face it as just another part of nature, as Marcus Aurelius said.
Yes. So what's your last topic?
Something deep, something meaningful. Friendship.
I
I feel that's a good one.
excellent.
Friendship. Seneca had a good friend, Lucilius, who he wrote letters to.
What do those letters say?
I can't fucking remember. Yeah, friendship's good.
It is very good. And we're going to do our Sunday meal soon, and that's friendship in its purest form.
Well, basically us two.
But yeah, we are literally the best friends ever, and we've got the best friendship ever.
So I go over
And
it.
I think it shows in this Stoicast that we've got the best friendship ever.
Judgment.
It's good.
I hope everyone's enjoyed our very long Stoicast today. It's a special one for you guys.
Yeah, it's a special one for us as well.
Special one for us as well.
It's been very
I've had a
good.
fantastic time.
I've had an amazing time.
Been a great night. Stay stoic.
Stay stoic. Yeah, just carry on. Just get on with your life.
Just carry on, yeah.
Enjoy.
And if you don't do what you think you want to do, then just do
Drugs.
fuck off, everyone, dickheads.